Hello, welcome. This is SeeWing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. Thank you for attending. So today what I'm going to talk about is procrastination is the enemy of wealth. All right. So physically, we are located here in San Francisco Bay Area. I've lived here since for more than 30 years. However, my business model is such that we take our out-of-state investors, regardless of where you live, in California or anywhere else in all 50 states. We take our mom and pop real estate investors, we will, most of them works full-time, to create a portfolio of cash flow homes in the best markets in the US. All right, and mainly is in the Midwest, South and Southeast, where the numbers works, turnkey approach, one-stop shop. So you will buy it passively, you own it 100%, and we have, in every market we promote, we have highly reputable property management to help you manage your properties over many, many years. And whether you buy 5 rental properties in the next 1 year or 50 rental properties in the next few years, you don't need to work full-time in the real estate business, part-time. You spend a couple of hours a week, if that, and enjoy the rest of your high quality of your life without being bogged down with the day-to-day management of your massive real estate portfolio. Okay, so having said that, once again, I just want to give you some sample, why procrastination is the enemy of wealth. Each time we have this analysis by paralysis, then it's going to cost you. Each day you do not own real estate is money going down the toilet. It's all about, buy real estate and wait instead of wait to buy real estate, and invest for the long term, 10, 15, 20 years, forever, and never sell your property if at all possible. I say it again, by long term, never sell your investment properties, and then do some generational wealth transfer for your family legacy. With that said, again, by accident or whatever, I've been living here in the Bay Area. If you understand, the Bay Area housing prices are astronomical. So obviously, I do not recommend you buying an investment property anywhere in the Bay Area, let alone in California. So for the past 20 years, I've taken thousands of investors to buy in the best markets in the country, which is South and Southeast, and some in the Midwest, where the numbers make sense. So without further ado, let me give you let me share my screen and give you one example of what's going on here in the Bay Area. Again, it's mind-boggling how real estate has increased in value over time, not only over time in the past few years. So this is one example. I've just found this property off the multiple listing service, no big deal. But I just got one sample of what's going on in the Bay Area. And I'm not saying, this situation is no one knows about the future, right? I don't have a crystal ball, neither does anybody have it. But let's just show you what's going on in the market here in the Bay Area. So this property I just found is located in Livermore, California, which is 45 minutes east of the Silicon Valley, San Jose, right? So, so Livermore is in Tri-Valley, in the suburbs of San Jose and East Bay, and then Oakland is 40 minutes away. Then San Francisco is like 1 hour to the west. So Livermore, California is a suburbs, is it's just the path of growth. Let me share you with this one sample property, and it happened all, this is just a one sample. There's so many situations similar to this property that I'm sharing with you. So it's just mind-boggling. Again, I live in the Bay Area 30 years. We have purchased several houses over the past 30 years. So needless to say, we've done well over long term. Of course, I have out-of-state investment properties, just like hundreds of our investors that we are we're guiding and mentoring to buy out-of-state properties in a very good market. So let me just give you an example without further ado. This property located in Livermore is built, I think, 100 years ago. No, maybe not. Maybe 80 years ago. All right. And cookie cutter house in the suburbs, Livermore, California, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, around 1,100 square foot. Is currently listed at $995,000. We're talking almost $1,000 per square foot. This is mind-boggling, and there's nothing fancy about this house. I don't need to show you the interior, nothing like that. But it's just a small little cookie cutter house, very, very old, located in a decent neighborhood, you know, B minus neighborhood, and right now it's listed at $995K. I suspect there will be a multiple offer, maybe 5 or 10 offers, perhaps. It'll be a bidding war still toward the end of 2021, which is, again, mind-boggling. You look at, you know, this is a Zillow. You know, Zillow is not always accurate. As a matter of fact, oftentimes they are very inaccurate. But I'm just showing this what's going on. That back in November 2018, this property is, as you can see, according to Zillow, is worth, let me take one final look. It was $573,000, November 2018. So we're talking a mere, exactly almost 3 years ago. 3 years ago, this property is worth $573,000. And now the seller is listing this in a multiple listing service for $995K. Maybe, you know, the seller did some upgrades. I don't know. I could assume maybe $30,000, $50,000 of upgrade of the house, whatever. But you know, it's a hot market. We all know that, right? And I suspect in the next few weeks there will be 5 to 10 multiple bidding war offers. And I would not be surprised if some buyer out there will probably bid this property for maybe 1.1, perhaps maybe 1.2, most likely $1.2 million. Most likely an all cash offer. Okay, that's what's going on here in the Silicon Valley, all right, for many, many years, and especially in the past couple of years. So if this property sell for 1.2 million in a few weeks, and the value of this property was 547 3 years ago, let's do the math. 1.2 minus 547, I don't know, I lost track, maybe up to $700,000 of profit. Okay, this seller, by sitting on this property doing nothing, just pay the mortgage. If they have a mortgage, I don't know, this is an old house, maybe they pay it off already over the past 30 years. This seller is stand to gain $700,000 in a mere 3 years, 547K to 1.2K. Just do the math. 700 grand is almost $1 million. So would you say the seller has won the lottery? I would say so. 700 grand just in 3 years. This is one of many examples. So what I'm trying to say, I don't know, right? Buy investment properties somewhere, right? So, okay, I rest my case. Now I'm going to show you something else. Hold on, I need to share my screen first. Let me share my screen, and then let's go over. Oh, no, not this one. Excuse me for all these. All right, so now this file kind of we promote our turnkey properties to our investors within our network for the past 20 years. And let me share with you what's going on in Central Texas. Sort of a before and after situation. Now, we were, I don't know, maybe 3 years ago right here, maybe 4 years ago, we were promoting new construction duplex in New Braunfels, which is like 45 minutes below Austin, right? So my network was promoting this for our investors. This duplex, as you can see here, is 339K. All right, 5 years ago, 339K. This duplex. Okay, at that time, rents for 2,900. So monthly net cash flow is projected to be 492. I don't know who bought this property. I don't know. Could be one of our investors. Could be some other investors bought it back 4 or 5 years ago. But let's fast forward to. I took the liberty of going through the Zillow, this very same house. So bear in mind, 339K at that time. Now, Zillow, some weird thing. They don't show the entire duplex. They show one side of the duplex. So one side currently is estimated. The market value is 320K. So again, 320K one side of the unit. So 320K times 2. You could make the argument this property is worth at least 600,000 right now, right? This duplex, 600,000. So if we promoted this property 4 or 5 years ago at 339, now 600,000. Do the math, right? This duplex historically sometimes does not appreciate as much as a single-family home. It has double, or it's almost double in value in about 4 to 5 years. How about them apples? All right. So let me show you something else. There are many examples. I'm going to share with you why procrastination is just it's not a good thing. Again, back in those days, Round Rock, right? Round Rock, Texas, which is right above Austin, maybe 20 miles north of downtown Austin. So we also promoted this particular property at that time in Round Rock for $169,000. At that time, rents for almost $1,500, and the monthly cash on net cash flow at 20% down payment is $366 at that time. I'm not sure exactly, 4 to 5 years ago. So now, bear in mind, 169K. All right, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So let's fast forward right now. 169K. I'm curious, what is the price now? Now is $342,000. So 169 to 342, and this is just an estimate. If this property were to be on the market right now, listed by the seller, who knows, right? There will be a multiple offer situation. 5, 10, 15 people could offer on this house. They could overbid from 342 maybe to 400,000, right? Think about it. 4 years ago, this house was 169. Now, potentially, the market value is 400K. We talk about 120% of return appreciation in a matter of 4 to 5 years. I know Central Texas, Austin is a once in a lifetime massive appreciation for the reasons that you all very much aware about. So I'm not gonna bore you with 100 cases of before and after, but let's spend a little bit more time. Even this fourplex that we presented, the new construction fourplex, I believe I remember this one very well. This fourplex we promoted like 4 years ago. 4 years ago, this fourplex was, I think, 399,000. Now it's 800,000 on a fourplex. Usually, single-family homes usually appreciate the most, but not in the Central Texas market. So we promoted this. This 595K was a year ago, okay? And the builder, for whatever reasons, lumber price disruption, supply chain disruption, and the builders are raising the prices astronomically. And this list price 595K last year. Now I believe same floor plan in the same area is around 800,000. In a mere 1 year, it has grew from almost 600K to 800K, 200 grand equity in 1 year's time frame from last year, 12 months ago. All right, now let me show you something else. Now, again, we are our network partner in Austin. This one is I remember very well. We promoted this new construction community in Manor, Texas. Manor, Texas, where right now, believe it or not, is very, very close to the Tesla gigafactory that Elon Musk is about to build, like maybe like 5 miles away. Well, 4 years ago, there was nothing like that, but we were promoting this to our investors 4 to 5 years ago. So this is Manor, Texas, east of downtown Austin. And so right now, so let's fast forward. We promote our investors brand new at that time. Look at this, 129, 130K. Our projection of the monthly rate is $1,250. If you put 20% down payment, at that time, you would have a monthly cash flow net of $374. So let me copy and paste this into Zillow. 129, okay, keep that in mind. 129. So let's see what Zillow has shown us. Now is 263 based on the estimate of Zillow. They are always wrong. So, but no, again, this house in this community, this new construction community by this builder are probably not available for sale. But if the seller will try to sell this in an open market, currently as 263, let's say 5 to 10 multiple bidding war offers, someone can offer 300K, 320K, maybe even 350. I don't know. Let's be conservative. A buyer for 300K. All right. So once again, I'm gonna ask you to do the math. From 129K, brand new construction, maybe 5 years ago, 4.5 years ago. Now is 300K. What is it? What is the return on investment? More than 100%, right? 130 to 60. 150% appreciation in past 5 years. I don't know. And I think about it. This house was bought by some investor. It could be our investor. I'm not sure. We have so many investors buy our properties over the years. That investor put 20% down. 20% down multiplied by 130K, 24,000 plus closing costs. That investor, let me give you just one final example, put down $30,000 of his or her money to finance this purchase of this property 5 years ago through our network. Okay, 30 grand. And today, let's say this house is worth 300K. So $30,000 out of pocket, 300K sales price minus the loan balance of 100 grand, right? 300 equals $200,000 equity in about 5 years. So think about it. Our investor put in 30 grand out of pocket, total out of pocket. In 5 years, this house in value is $300,000. $300,000 minus a loan balance, 100 grand is $200,000 equity or profit if this investor were to sell. And I recommend these investors not to sell, okay? Hold it for the long term. So this investor put in 30 grand on paper. If they were to sell, they have a gross profit before taxes of 200,000. So do the math. 30,000 divided by 200,000. What's the return on investment? Let me guess. Wow, the number is mind-boggling, right? I mean, your return on investment is God. Can I calculate this? $200,000 capital gain if that person were to sell. They put in $30,000 total out of pocket, and I'm not even including the annual net cash flow for the past 5 years as well, right? Assuming whatever. So what's the return? 600%. Am I right? A little bit more than 600% over 5 year time frame. ROI, return on investment. All right. Okay. I think, should I rest my case? I think I'm going to rest my case. Oh, that's enough for samples. So procrastination is the enemy of wealth at any given time in your life. The best time to invest in rental properties is today. Actually, not today. Is 5 years ago the best time? No, not 5 years ago, 10 years ago. For those of you who are procrastinators, each day you waste not being invested in hard asset real estate, you cannot make up for those precious time that you lost. Creating wealth, whether buying rental properties or not, or stock market, whatever, is all about time. It's not about timing, okay? If you stay invested over time, you're going to do well because history tells you so. You buy for long-term in any kind of asset, but realistic assets, single-family homes especially, is the best performing asset class. Everybody's chasing single-family home residential investing. Everybody and their brother are chasing it. So you, as a mom and pop turkey investor, working at a regular full-time job as a nurse or engineer or run your own little business, whatever, if you make 60 grand, $100,000 salary, you have, $50,000 to invest, 100,000, 300,000, doesn't matter, right? You find a property in the best areas, through our guidance, buy turnkey properties, invest passively, remotely. We can help you with this kind of situation. So the past does not equal the future. I know the numbers and the profit. Yeah, we have a number of investors that purchase in this kind of market. They have made tons of money, right? But the majority of you still analysis by paralysis. You allow fear to get the best of you. Fear, F-E-A-R, false evidence appearing real. That's my definition of fear. Think outside the box and get out of your comfort zone and overcome fear, take action, and your financial life can be a lot better 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. And if you allow fear to paralyze you to get what you deserve financially, then you're gonna regret it, right? Perhaps you're gonna say, oh, I wish you'd have bought 5 years ago. I wish I had bought rental properties 10 years ago. I wish I would have listened to Mr. Yee. Would have, should have, could have, right? I run into a lot of people that have a lot of regrets because they are scared to pull the trigger. All right, so hopefully this helps. Thank you so much. So find a way to inspire yourself, to motivate yourself, and commit to your goal, and just take action, do your research, do your due diligence, work with our turnkey system. We help investors from all over the country. So anyway, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you wish, or just enter my website, the Yee Real Estate Network, my information at the bottom of this video, and sign into your free newsletter. You will receive a free real estate education on a weekly basis. And ultimately, hopefully, sooner than later, you will reach out to us, reach out to me. I will help you to take action to achieve your financial freedom goal that you and your family deserve. So without further ado, thank you so much. This is SeeWing Yee from the Yee Real Estate Network. Have a nice day. Bye.